Okay.
And we met there for quite a while, and then she took a job out in the West, so we're now meeting at the cathedral. But
have they had any charity balls?
Well, not yet. It's still a bit small. The group was a little bit small.
When did they get started? How long ago?
About 3 years ago.
Okay.
And now they're up to, they're getting maybe 20, 21, 22, 18, whatever, 17 young women for the meeting. And the meetings occur right after work at 6:30 in the evening. They have dinner together with candlelight and tablecloth and the whole thing. And then they pray the rosary together. And then they discuss some aspect of the faith together.
Oh, that's great.
And all of them tell me they're growing in the faith each time they come to the meeting. And most of them are keep coming almost every month.
Now you have talks on the faith yourself.
Right, that was another aspect that came out of this dating seminar. That's right. We decided the following fall, so that'd been in the fall of '91, to start having talks on the Catholic faith with discussion. So the format is we meet at 6:30, we give a talk, and usually I'm the one that gives a talk, although we do have visiting people come in and give the talks. And then we break for 10 or 15 minutes for refreshments, and then we go on 15 more minutes. And, or excuse me, 45 more minutes for discussion. And then after that, the group goes out to dinner. And so it kind of grew out of the dating seminar. And we would get maybe 30, 40 people a week. For some of the talks we had more. Yeah, it was co-ed. Okay. And we go out to dinner, and it's good to have the co-ed events too. The St. Catherine's group, they have co-ed events once in a while. Yeah, well, they'll go to some, but they'll sponsor some too. They will have guest brunch or something.
Oh, all right.
And they will invite a certain number of men who have been screened to be supposedly good Catholic men.
Ah, okay.
Of course, after that screening, each woman has to do her own screening, of course, because nowadays people can appear to be
one thing can be enough.
Right down the line with the faith, and maybe not be. But everybody has to do that kind of screening anyway.
Has the prayer life of these young Catholics improved, do you think?
Yes, I think so. One of the elements of the St. Catherine Society is to be devoted to prayer, especially the Rosary. And so they're encouraged to try to pray the Rosary every day. And they're encouraged also to get to Mass during the week, whenever it's possible. And be involved in various spiritual activities. We have pilgrimages from time to time. We went up to Mount St. Mary's once. We used to go every spring to the Franciscan monastery and pray 15 mysteries of the Rosary, then go and have lunch at Colonel Brooks. Oh, so, they kind of mix. We have, we are not all spiritual and we're not all social. So we try to blend the two in a nice, pleasant way.
Homogeneous kind of way.
Yeah. But most of the young women have said, they have grown. They have grown in their faith through these activities. So I am hoping soon we will have a men's group at St. Matthew's. There's a young man that's considering starting a men's group there. A men's spiritual group, that will meet and will pray together, strengthen each other in the faith.
Comparable to the St. Catherine's Society?
Right. It would be a brother group to them.
Tell me, where do young people from Virginia and from Maryland go other than to their parish program? Are there programs like yours?
Well, most of the people that we get are from all different areas. Virginia, Gaithersburg, we have some.
Are these
Morrow.
people that work in the D.C. and just find it convenient?
Well, some of them do work in D.C., but there are a few that don't work there and don't live there, and they just they'll come in an hour and a half.
Well, how did they find out about it?
Well, because we advertise everywhere. Okay. We advertise everywhere. That's another thing. We advertise our talks in all the different parishes.
So for those of you out there that are running these programs, it's advertise, advertise.
Absolutely, and advertise more. That's right. That's right. And so every month we will have a talk on the faith. We've had talks on biblical spending.
Okay. Angels?
One on angels.
We had one on angels?
We had 115 people for that one. There was standing room only. Father Carl Shimiak came and gave that talk and gave a wonderful talk. We had a talk on choosing Mr. or Miss Right, and that was well attended. I think that was in February, or somewhere around Valentine's Day.
Okay.
But that was well attended. We did something on prayer, prayers that work, explaining the meaning of the Mass. We had one on that. We did one on Veritatis Splendor. We did a talk on moral norms, pick and choose, question mark.
All right.
So
what was the pick and choose?
Well, the conclusion was not a good idea to pick and choose. You have to embrace the whole thing if you're going to make it. So
one of the key words in the unorthodox approach or the less orthodox approach is choices.
Right. Right.
And we certainly want to encourage
the right choice.
With the faith.
The right choice. Right.
Exactly.
I mean, the thing with Jesus is, you make the choice for Jesus, and then a lot of other choices follow from that.
Well, you
so once you've made that choice, we don't want people picking and choosing among the things He wants us to do.
There are some Catholics, as you well know, out there who believe that the 10 Commandments are really the 10 suggestions.
Suggestions, exactly. Right. So
well, I'm really glad that we could have this time to talk about your program, and I especially want to have the people out there that are running similar programs or local parish programs to invite them to call you, if that's okay.
Sure, call the cathedral.
Or even come down and participate in your program.
Second Friday of every month at 6:30 in the evening.
Second Friday, St. Matthew's Cathedral, 6:30 in the evening.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And the phone number, again, which I hope will be on your screen, is 202-347-3215. And I think we're going to take a break shortly. We thank you so much for being here. I know that with this kind of promotion and this kind of emphasis that your work is going to continue to enjoy the Lord's blessing, and we're just very grateful to have you.
I'm happy to be here. Let me just say, if we have a few seconds left, a couple of things that are available for people. You asked me what other things are available. The Washington Catholic Forum meets every 6 months at St. Anne's, and the Daughters of St. Paul have talks on the faith on the second Tuesday of every month in Alexandria, Virginia. So these are some other things that people can get involved in.
Okay. Well, we've had a wonderful talk with Father Thomas Morrow this evening, and the subject has been the plight of the single Catholic. I'm sure you can see that there's a lot of work to be done, and we hope that you will contact Father Morrow, and we just are very, very grateful for programs like this. And thank you very much.